Tonight, we take what might be described as one small step for our name and logo, the addition of a mere 5 words, but one giant leap for CTN and the Jewish community. From this evening forward, CTN is the Lois and Wilfred Lefkowitz Chicago Torah Network, home for the wandering Jew, and we couldn't be any prouder. The Lefkowitz family, with its many wonderful branches, has been so close and so helpful to CTN for many years, and it is truly an honor and a privilege for us to bear the name of their illustrious parents, Lois and Wilfred Lefkowitz, about whom we will hear more soon. Rabbi Beryl Wein tells about how one year, following his Yom Kippur sermon, a congregant who happened to be a producer for the McNeil Lehrer Hour came up to him and said, "Rabbi, that was an absolutely wonderful sermon. Do you think you could give it over in just 2 minutes?" And with visions of being prominently featured on national TV in his eyes, Rabbi Wein told him, "Why, yes, of course I can." "Well then," the congregant said, "why didn't you?" There is a full-length sermon's worth to say about what's happening at CTN, but I will do my best to get it down to just a couple of minutes. I remember someone asking me, if you were to choose 1 or 2 words to describe what CTN does, what would you say? Would it be Jewish education? They asked. I thought. Jewish education, that makes sense. After all, there certainly is a lot of Jewish education at CTN programs. There are seminars and conferences, Torah classes, one-on-one Torah study, conference calls, lots of Jewish education. And there's definitely lots of it happening at JFE, Jewish Family Experience. JFE is a unique Hebrew school. It is a joint project of Chicago Torah Network and Midwest NCSY. And I will tell you that this partnership is a match made in heaven. NCSY does an outstanding job of educating the children, and while the children are in class, CTN provides a special study session to engage the parents. As one of the JFE children put it, I think it's pretty cool that my parents are learning the same thing as I am at Hebrew school. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge 2 outstanding individuals who put their heart and soul into JFE. Please join me in giving a round of applause for Yehuda and Mashi Polstein. I would also like to publicly thank the Associated Talmud Torahs of Chicago for their ongoing support of this unique and for many families life-changing initiative. And there's certainly much education in the corporate offices and other locations where our new and exciting program, J-Pro, is hosted. J-Pro provides professional enrichment through the wisdom of Judaism, and at the same time, it provides continuing education credits for lawyers and for professionals in mental health and other fields. J-Pro is a great vehicle to help Jewish men and women become more educated in Torah while helping them to advance professionally and to network with other Jews. Definitely a win-win all around. So I guess Jewish education might be the right words. But after all said and done, I hesitate to describe CTN that way. Why? Because for too many people, the Jewish education that they've been exposed to reminds them of a terrific quote from that great philosopher of modern life, Charles Schulz. Try not to have a good time, he tells the students. This is supposed to be educational. Unfortunately, for too many Jewish men and women, that's exactly what their Jewish education was like, until they came to CTN. Because at CTN, people have a great time learning about Judaism. So instead of Jewish education, let's say at CTN, people get a very well-rounded Jewish inspiration. The Webster's Dictionary definition of inspiration is something that helps someone want to do something on their own, or that gives someone an idea about what to do or create, which is a pretty accurate description of what we at CTN strive to accomplish with everything we do. Just ask the 60 women who have gone on CTN missions to Israel. ask them for one word. We have a very, very nice representation of them here this evening. Ask them for one word to describe the unique combination of learning, fun, growth, and bonding that took place in Israel, as well as at ongoing CTN follow-up programs back here at home. And I want to make special mention of two amazing women, Mrs. Miriam Jaffe, who teaches Miriam teaches weekly classes in the suburbs for our women, and Robin Loeb, who spearheaded our very powerful one-on-one Torah Connections program. Your dedication to give of yourselves and of your talents to help CTN participants grow is really over the top, and we thank you for it so much. But ask our Israel women about their experiences, and the word they will most likely use is inspirational. Ask the kids and the parents at JFE, ask participants in CTN classes and seminars and conference calls, readers of publications of CTN, and so many other CTN participants. Ask them for one word to describe CTN, and they will all likelihood they will say inspirational. Speaking of inspiration, as many of you already know, a number of months ago, CTN was blessed with a very exciting step in its growth and in its building for the future, with the addition of a fabulous, multi-talented couple to run Chicago YJP, CTN's Young Professional Division. Please join me in welcoming to Chicago and to CTN, Rabbi Josh and Laura Martyr. You will have the pleasure of hearing from Josh in a few minutes, and I encourage you to meet them both and get to know them both. You will be happy that you did. But for now, I would like to say that in the few short months that they've been with CTN, they have already connected in a real way with so many young Jewish singles and couples. And ask those men and women to describe Josh and Laura in one word, and I'm pretty sure that the word they will say is inspirational. This evening, as we pay tribute to the inspired lives of Lois and Wilfred Lefkowitz, and as we take note of the inspirational legacy and dynasty they created, we thought it appropriate to choose one of the many young couples who have been involved in CTN and who also embody this inspired commitment to Jewish growth, to be recipients of the CTN Living Inspired Award. Our awardees this evening, Michael and Sharon Goldman, not only live inspired lives themselves, they are two people who individually and as a couple continuously inspire everyone with whom they come in contact. Over the years, as they grew in their connection to Jewish tradition, they were and continue to be wonderful ambassadors for Torah. Michael and Sharon harmoniously blend commitment to Torah observance with being truly understanding and non-judgmental of others. They combine diligently working on their own personal growth with a deep desire to benefit the community as a whole. And they balance living a serious, purposeful, and goal-oriented life with warm, beautiful, ready smiles and a contagious sense of joy. Michael and Sharon represent the highest and the best of the next generation of the Jewish people, and it is our honor to publicly recognize their wonderful growth and inspiration. Michael and Sharon, please come forward to receive this evening's CTN Living Inspired Award, and I would like to ask Rabbi Moshe and Bracha Katz and Esti Deutsch to please join us for the award presentation.